can see, we look like a bunch of nerds. Can't you agree? You know, with this jacket, we look like a united group of nerds. But honestly, we study for, this was back in high school, so we studied for about like 5 hours right after school, every single day, even on holidays, and when everyone else was on vacation, we would come back to school just to study for another 6-7 hours with each other on our own, and we studied various subjects. And my school actually came in second the year I was on the team, and then, but yeah, we kind of failed recently, so I've heard. So I've been part of academic decathlon for about 4 years, my entire high school career. And contrary to what you guys might think, you actually don't need to be smart at all. You could seriously have a 2.0 GPA or a 0.0 GPA, and you would be accepted gladly into the group as long as you are completely willing to study for 6 hours a day. So first, I will talk about first the history of academic decathlon, the events, and then how they are scored. So back in the day, probably 47 years ago, there was this guy, Dr. Robert Peterson, and he was a prisoner of war back in Nazi Germany, and he decided, oh hey, so we should you know, have this decathlon of events to showcase how smart we are. So over the years, it kind of compiled into this giant thing, and that's pretty much what happened to how it got started. And as you can see here, education right now, just simply based on what we're learning in school, you can, you know, if you get like a doctorate degree, you know, you get a lot of, you make bank pretty much. But if you were to join academic decathlon, as I did, you would definitely exceed in the expectations such as public speaking or your ability to focus better. You would get more essay practice. You would just expand all your abilities to make it much better, and you would definitely get a feel for how to deal with situations in the future. So, okay, based from David Flinder's Teacher Isolation and New Reform, they were talking about how when you're with academic decathlon, you start off as just basically one teacher with 9 students, 8 or 9 students. But honestly, a number of people can join, but only select amount of people get picked, the 9. And so that picture says that to achieve academically, you know, you would work as a team and such, and teamwork and everything is definitely necessary in the future, regardless of your career, and it helps a lot.